Welcome everybody. I hope you are all having a fantastic day so far whenever you are watching this. If this is your first time watching, my name is Tyler. I am the owner of Tyler Weeb Fitness. I am a bodybuilder, I am a dad, I am an online coach, and this series is going to be a little bit different than most of my videos on this channel. This is going to be a bit more of a personal journey that I am going to be going through and documenting and just letting you guys in on my life a little bit as I work towards getting back on the bodybuilding stage after about 4 or 5 years off. I did start this series last year. It has been a while since I've done a video. You can definitely feel free to catch up if you would like. I'm kind of going to be starting fresh here, so first little bit of this video, just going to give you guys a bit of a recap. What's the plan? What things are going to look like moving forward, and then we're just going to end it there. And then as things start to pick up, things will become a little bit more structured. But essentially, what this is going to be is just a diary of a regular guy, a dad, looking to get back on the bodybuilding stage. And what does that journey look like? What are the ups? What are the downs? What are the challenges? What are the wins? And it's really just about sharing my experience with you, because I'm a big believer, and that's how we learn, that's how we get better, is just by sharing our experiences. And in my line of work and with a lot of the type of clients that I work with, everyone's big goal is maybe not necessarily stepping on stage, but wanting to get lean. A big issue with that, I don't want to say a big issue, but a big challenge is how do we balance real life and this goal of wanting to look a certain way, and that can come with a lot of challenges. And so I think it's just going to be a great perspective, and from someone who this is somewhat their life. This is what I do. And so, my hope is that you guys are just going to be able to learn a lot from this, come along on this journey with me, and, have some fun along the way. And hopefully you guys get some stuff out of it that you're able to, apply to your lives, apply to your own journey, things that we have in common, certain challenges that I might go through, that might be able to relate to your life. So just a, quick background here. It has been about 4 or 5 years since I stepped on the stage, so it has been a long time. Me and my wife Stephanie and I, we just recently had our first kid, a daughter, Quinn. She is about 15 months old at this point. My original plan had been to step on stage this year. For those first-time parents, and even multiple-time parents, that was probably a very ambitious goal of wanting to step on stage in the first year or two of your first kid's life. That certainly comes with a lot of challenges. There are big life adjustments with that. And so going through that first year, I came to the realization that that goal was probably not going to happen this year, mainly because I was not in a point in my life where I was ready to jump into something like a prep. And if you've never done a prep, it requires a lot. And it is a very selfish thing that we do for this sport, because it is a very individualistic sport. And you do become very food focused because you are very much tracking your intake very, very closely for 6, 7, 8 months, depending on how long your prep is. There has the chance of being a lot of cardio plus your training sessions, and so you do end up spending quite a bit of time at the gym. And eventually, as your body fat does get lower, your cardio gets higher, your food gets lower, you can tend to withdraw into yourself. You become very tired, you're very hungry, you can become hangry. And so there is a lot that goes into a prep for that individual. And so just looking ahead to my next year and my family life and everything else that is going on, I had to make that decision that it wasn't the proper time. And I think that's a very important lesson for everyone out there watching. Whether it's a prep or a diet that you're going to be jumping into, you do want to make sure that, you know, your life is in order and ready for something like that. Now, that's not to say that you should keep delaying. Oh, my life's not ready. You know, it's not ready. At some point, you know, you do have to jump off and go ahead and just do the work and start to work towards your goal, because no matter what, when you start a diet, life isn't going to stop. It's going to be crazy and it's going to be a challenge. So on one hand, you can't get away from that. But I do believe that you can be in a much better position sometimes for something like that than others. And in this situation, it just wasn't quite the right timing. Plus, when it comes to bodybuilding, you can never spend too much time building. It is called bodybuilding, not body dieting. And so having another year to just build, enjoy life, enjoy food, have good energy, good recovery was the right decision for myself. And not just for myself, but for my family as well. Because again, you know, we do want to make sure that we are including the ones closest to us in this decision because of how much it can take out of that person. You do want to make sure that your loved ones are on the same page with you, as it can get pretty dicey if they are not, and not fully understanding of what might be occurring as you go through this prep. So that is something very important. So we're going to wrap it up here, but essentially the goal moving forward here is we're going to do 1-2 videos a week during my building, during my off season. To be honest, there isn't a whole lot of exciting stuff that does happen, but nonetheless, it still is a very important part of the process, whether you are prepping or even getting ready for a bigger 6-month just diet where you're hoping to lose 20, 30, maybe 40 pounds. You always want to make sure that you take the time to prepare your body for something like that. And not just that, but you're able to maybe enjoy life a little bit. You're able to have a little bit more balance, because when the dieting starts or when the prep starts, that's when we take our game to the next level. We get a lot more dialed in. And so there are certainly seasons in life where, you know, we want to maybe be a little more relaxed with our intake and our tracking, because that is important, because there are going to be those times when we diet when we ratchet up the intensity. And so being able to balance those two things out are pretty important so that you're not burning yourself out before you even get to the diet. So we're just going to be documenting just a lot of lifting, a lot of eating, a lot of just life stuff and how things are going, and just, you know, what does a journey look like? What does it look like kind of week in, week out of someone that is trying to obtain a goal? Because I think that is something that you and I, all of you watching, can definitely relate to along this journey. So I'm really looking forward to documenting all of this for you guys. And that's going to be it for today. This is going to be a little bit more informal here, so do excuse any pauses, ahs. It's just going to be more of a vlog style as we move forward. So that's going to be it for today, guys. Just make sure to hit that subscribe button so you're not missing out on any future content. And again, make sure to go ahead and check out some of those other videos so that you can kind of just learn as we go along as well. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and until next time, we'll catch you later.